Hello YouTube, this is Mr. Crazy Deacon. I am back with Doki Doki Literature Club. And I didn't say this the last two episodes of this, but I'll have an episode every single day until this is finished. I'm probably going to do that with newer games too, just to get out of the way, because me only having 4 parts of my like 20 part or 25 part Destiny playthrough only out is crappy. Or Minecraft Sky Factory, we haven't touched that in like a month, but I still have like 20 hours of gameplay to go through, and I just want to start uploading episodes. So this will be daily, and then after this you'll probably see Minecraft Sky Factory until I get all of them out, or that might intersect somewhere in here. Otherwise, let's get into the game. There's also something about, I just remembered before we do Natsuki. I cut there because I was just doing something real quick. But if I remember correctly, in the poem, we only saw 3 girls. We didn't see Monica in there. We didn't see Monica in the mix for words. I don't know. Let's do Natsuki next. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any feelings. Any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Sigh. Ugh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not like you will like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it. Climb, leap, race, seek, run, fly, try. Fly and try is probably the closest you get there. But that's about it. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. It doesn't have to be. So people don't even take my writing seriously. That sucks. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Yeah, same thing with artwork and other things like videos. Like this video right here, I will express myself through, you see, videos like this. I express myself. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. I wish people would know that back in high school and middle school when they looked at my writing style. My writing style is horrible, but it's what I write, what I try to mean. It's not how it looks. Don't judge a book by its cover. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everybody around you do great things can be really disheartening. Yeah, it can. I got water this time for this episode, so I'm not dying from talking too much. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I hate seeing that, but all I can do is work harder and better for the future. For YouTube, for Twitch, work better, work harder. And we're getting somewheres, but it's gonna take some time still. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then make it fall flat on purpose. I wondered. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Well, yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, that I won't take that away from her. Let's just go down the line. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. I shouldn't admit this, but if I actually wrote this, and this counted as poems, this is not the first time I've been writing a poem. I wrote back in middle school and elementary to girls, but that's a really old story that I don't know many people know about. I used to write poems a lot, but I stopped somewhere around end of middle school. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it, and so it's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. You don't have to be sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. Let's just go back real quick. The poems I wrote, they're bad, but I was getting better, and then I hit a phrase where getting picked on, and that I stopped trying to be more of a reader and writer way back. I would love to pick it back up. I really would, but it's time and place, and I want to focus on this right now. When I start getting bigger and bigger, then I'll have some free time, maybe by the side, and start picking it back up. Same thing with drawing. My drawing's horrible, but I just need some really good free time and just practice and practice and practice. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter. They form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it is as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Oh god, cursive. Yuri, why do you write in cursive? I'm really bad with cursive. I know how to do my name, and maybe some of the other letters. I can't read cursive. This is gonna be I can read, it's not too bad, but most cursive I can't read. I failed some tests and stuff back in college because people wrote in cursive and we had to judge them as a project, and I couldn't do shit. I couldn't do stuff like that. The ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair. The tangles of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calms, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Sorry, I'm also a little tired. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. It's actually pretty well kept, the handwriting. I do read a lot, it's just... that's a side thing. If I pretend not to read as much as I do, I can get by so much better. That's with most things. If I can pretend to not be someone, or if I can pretend not to know stuff, I can get by so much better with stuff. But that's a different note. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. I don't even know if I'm leaving half this stuff in. I might for this episode, I might for future ones, because I am expressing myself through the video. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's your first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something else easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Hee. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Deacon. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did. Only glance over it, after all. But remember, the poet often expresses their own thoughts and feelings and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In that case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolical compared to ghosts. Like I said, I'm really bad at reading. Not reading, but words. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. Past is hard to let go. You don't want to forget because you can repeat the past in the future. But you do have to let go of some of it. They're soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Hi, Deacon. Having a good time so far? Yes. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Sounds like me. Anyway, want to share at least me in the past. I'll say stuff out loud more. I'm more open mouth, but I shouldn't be. Want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ha 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 ha. Don't worry, Deacon. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's the sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. And Monica, my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sorori would like. Is that so? You and Sorori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Well. We may be good friends, but Sorori and I are actually really different. Well, that might be the case, but maybe there are also some... It's already at 18 minutes, goddamn. There are some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you are really close about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in the different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? Haha, I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sorori writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she explores with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry. I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Because you're the club leader. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh, so I can scroll like that. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction that Sparkle produces a noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside of a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Scratching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Beautiful. So what do you think? It's very freeform. Is that what you would call it? Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Haha, it's okay. Yeah, the kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performing out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of emphasis recently. It's been influenced my poems a bit. Yeah, sometimes like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, but it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. Yeah, I get that. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get somewhere down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I specified. We're at 23 minutes. I'm gonna end it now. We're gonna go from 20 to 25 minutes. My next couple episodes. I'm gonna try scheme it down to like 18 to 20 minutes. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you like the video, if ever already subscribe to the channel, I recommend subscribing to the channel. Keep up with our content that will be coming out. Otherwise, this has been Mr. Crazy. You can sign off. Have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good night, wherever you are. Just have a good day. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm gonna record 2 or 3 parts right now in this session, and then I really need to go record some stuff for friends, and then hopefully look at Gmod and see what I can record, and maybe some Xbox stuff. Otherwise, I need to get some sleep so I can wake up tomorrow and do a couple videos that come out tomorrow. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video. Peace.